Welcome back to Feast Fight Back. Today's video was a very exciting one. We celebrated me making it 1 year out of hospital. Good morning. Just as I was saying that, I realised I still can't think of it in a different language. Anyway, today's video is really exciting because today is a very special day. Today marks 1 whole year out of hospital. And my gosh, there have been times that I didn't think we were going to get to this point. I didn't think I was going to get to this day and be able to say I did it. I think there have been some very close calls with readmission and all of that kind of stuff. But kept on going. So yeah, we're kind of celebrating it today. I don't really know quite how we're going to celebrate it yet. We've got a couple of ideas, but all will be revealed, and also depends on if those ideas are possible. I'll explain more in the video. But right now, having breakfast, and to think this time last year, I was still struggling over a little bowl of porridge at breakfast. I'm having my proper breakfast that is just wonderful. I've got my teaspoon that says never give up because it felt very appropriate. I can't decide if I'm gonna have my double porridge with chocolate, my milky porridge, or have my 4 Weetabix with milk. But then obviously, both options, I end up having 2 slices of toast on thick bread with all of my spreads. By the way, your comments on my, not last video, the video before, when I was saying this is how I have my spreads, like I mix the smooth Biscoff and the crunchy Biscoff, made me smile so much. There's some people that already did it and they were like, yep, it works. And there's some people who are like, that's such a good idea. And I'm like, it is so good. It just makes the perfect spread. So I'm glad that you agreed with me and that it was genius, and not my mum that it was weird. But yeah, anyway, stop rambling, breakfast time. Let me go and decide what to have. After breakfast, we went on an absolutely lovely dog walk. It was so beautiful. The sky was blue, the leaves were orangey, yellowy. It was just lovely. I love this time of year. Well, I love all times of the year, but it was a beautiful walk. It is morning snack time, and because I'm sort of celebrating today with just a year, I've decided basically, and it's still something I do find difficult, I'm just gonna have all of my favourite foods. And for my morning snack, this bar I have had, basically, it's probably one of the best bars I've ever had, and they don't actually do it anymore. So I've had this in my snack box, and every time I've like gone to have it, I'm like, oh no, because then like I've got this one and then I've got one more after this, and then like I've not got any more of them. And I always regret not buying a box of them, but they were so tasty. And it's that thing where it's like, I know it's one of my favourite things, so I've just not let myself have it for ages. So today I am just, having all of my favourite things. And so I've got this speculoos bar, which is delicious. And I'm gonna have it and feel okay about it. So I obviously had my apple first, and then I had my speculoos bar. This bar is amazing. It's got like really thick white chocolate, which is like quite lightly spiced, and tastes a bit like Biscoffee. And then it's got like a really smooth like middle core bit. Yeah, it's really sweet. It's really nice. It's not like too spiced because I'm not a massive fan of like heavily spiced things. But I absolutely love this brand of bar. Another one of my favourites is the fudge brownie version. Oh my gosh, so good, but we can't get them at all, which is really sad. So I'm rationing those as well. After snack, I did some uni work, and then we went straight into lunch, and I had a hummus sandwich. I tried a new hummus. I tried a new hummus. It was a roasted red pepper one. It was okay, but I think I'll go back to my normal hummus. Obviously, still had my mini cheddars, my corny yogurt, and my favourite NYX crunchy caramel bar. I actually had a work meeting straight after lunch, but after my meeting we went to a little village close to where we live, and we did a little bit of Christmas shopping, and then I went to get my celebratory snack. I got my chocolate twist. Now, the story behind the chocolate twists is me and Mum it used to be like our thing to do. We used to go to a little coffee shop near where we lived and get a pastry. She always got a pan of raisin and I always got a chocolate twist. And we have not been able to do this for an awfully long time, and I didn't know how I was going to celebrate like a year out of hospital. And then when I was in a coffee shop with my friend the previous week, I was like, chocolate twist, that's what we're going to do. So we did it. I texted Mum and I was like, Mum, chocolate twist, and she was like, yeah. So yeah, we did it. We were doing a puzzle just for a bit of distraction while I was having it, but it was delicious. It was so tasty, and I'm so happy I managed to do it again. And Mum was happy I did it as well. It was like, it was important to us as well as obviously it being a kind of foodie step forward. But yeah, amazing chocolate twist. I'd rate it a solid 9 out of 10. That was me doing my little happy food dance. It was a very tasty chocolate twist, and we were all done. Then we drove home again. I have just got back in from having my chocolate twist, and then we did like just some looking around the Christmas stuff and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to capture this, and I thought about it, and I thought, actually no, this is really important. Today I had the chocolate twist, and I've got some more exciting things for dinner and dessert and stuff planned. I didn't think about it. I don't feel guilty for it. It was delicious. I don't think much more about it. And that feels kind of crazy because in so many ways, food, it still has its challenges. You know, I'm still in recovery, but things are so much better than they were. I don't think about food nearly as much. I don't stress about it nearly as much. And I feel better. I do. I know I'm not there yet. I know I still have progress to make, things to work on. But I had my appointment yesterday, and we kind of realised that those things I will work on. Something that has worked for me the last year is doing things when I feel ready for them. And And now I'm in a much better physical place. I know I'm still not where I need to be, but I'm so much better than things were, and I have more time to do these things. There's certainly things, like, I'm going to take today as an example, because even the fact that I've had my favourite foods all day, and like, I think if you watch my earlier YouTubes, that used to be a huge thing for me. Like, I used to not even let myself have a new tea bag when I wanted a cup of tea. I used to have to sleep with the window open because I wouldn't allow myself to be warm. Like, there's so much of my eating disorder that was about being horrible to myself and not allowing myself things. And today I've gone against that. And I've not really thought about it. And when me and Mum sat down and had a snack out, and she said, she's like, "You did it, V." And I think I'm getting there. I'm getting there now. And so much of me wants to go back to V a year ago, who was just coming out of being in the medical hospital, and I was just about stabilised, and things were just painful and exhausting, and I kept on thinking I need to keep going because I'll look back and be thankful that I did. Well, maybe today is about looking back and being thankful that I did. So that was the dog. This is a message for someone else who's in a difficult place. Keep on holding on, because things aren't perfect. I'm not there yet, but they are so much better than they have been. And it is possible. Keeping going with all of my favourite foods, I had my favourite pasta with tomato basil sauce and frankfurter sausages for dinner. Can't go wrong with this meal. It's still my favourite. Then for my dessert, I had the Christmas edition Cadbury split pot thing. So it had little white chocolate pieces, and then obviously like the Cadbury's pudding part as well. Yeah, it was really, really tasty. You can't go wrong with a Cadbury split pot. Okay, it's post-dinner, and I didn't know if I was going to film this bit, mainly because I want to go and have a shower, and I was like, if I don't film it now, I'm not going to film it. But I just wanted to say, and I've probably said it already in this video, but today is a year out of hospital. And I mean, minus the kind of bit where I was in hospital, but that was a physical health thing in, was it April? Which, I mean, wasn't helped by the fact that, like, obviously side effects of not being well, but that was a physical health, like, bug that I caught. Anyway, I've not been readmitted for my anorexia. And when I came out of hospital last year, it was so, like, I so desperately wanted to make it work from home, but I doubted it. My team doubted it. My parents doubted it. And there's been so many times the last year where I think everyone thought, okay, like, I'm either going to be readmitted or I'm going to go into a specialist unit. And I haven't. And I hoped one day I could say this so I'm gonna say it. I did that. I did. And don't get me wrong, there is a place for hospital. I've not hugely spoken about my history on this before, but I have spent a long time in hospital when I was younger. I was very unwell, both with my eating disorder and then my mental health as well. I really struggled for a long time. And hospital saved my life. I'll go into that. If anyone wants to know, I mean, it feels like, yeah. Anyway, there is a place for hospital. But I also think there was something in me last year. Obviously, I was in like medical hospital and I was going to go to a specialist unit, and I managed to find something in me that thought, I can't go through that again. I can't go through it. And I didn't know if it was possible because I have an extensive history with my eating disorder and with my mental health. And certainly when I spoke to my nurse, when I was sort of like, can we try and do it from home? And he was sort of like, history doesn't bode well. But I didn't let it stop me. We didn't let it stop us. And to cut a long story short, 365 days. Celebrated today with favourite foods, pasta, frankfurters, dessert Cadbury's pots, chocolate twists from the cafe, and I'm feeling okay about it. And I think that's really important. And I think what I'm trying to say is, never forget how capable you are, but also remember to ask for support. Because I think I probably say this in every video because it does mean this much to me. I couldn't have done this without support. So let's keep on going. Let's see where the next year takes us. Maybe this time next year I'll be, I don't know. We shall see. Right, okay, I'm gonna go have a shower now. I really quickly wanted to show you my elf socks. I had a shower, then I did more of my paint by numbers. I'm doing a world map at the moment, which I love. Then I had my night snack, and I wanted to finish this video on this quote.